सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयम् करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करम् लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करम् शङ्कराचार्यम् केशवम् बादरायणम् सुप्रभाष्यविरौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयम् नमामि चिन्मयम् देवम् सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. Chant from Isha Siddhi. Isha Siddhi is in page number 38. सर्वेश्वरोऽस्ति नास्ति वा शङ्कां मा कुरु हे सौम्य अस्ति निश्चितं श्रद्धस्व ततो ज्ञातुं विचारय अस्ति रूपेण चेद्भाति जगत् सर्वं तथैव त्वम् असतो नैव कल्प्येत उत्पत्तिर्जगतस्थितिः सदेव कारणं तस्मात् तत्स्वशक्त्यायुतं प्रभुः ईश्वरः स हि विज्ञेयः याहि त्वं शरणं विभुम् आत्मज्ञाने प्रवृत्तो यः श्रद्धां सन्धारये दृढाम् श्रद्धावान् लभते ज्ञानम् नान्यथेदं सुनिश्चितम् प्रमाणबुद्धिर्वेदान्ते ब्रह्म सद्भावनिश्चये सद्गुरोर्ब्रह्मनिष्ठत्वे स्वात्मनः कर्म सामर्थ्ये साधने गुरुणा प्रोक्ते विश्वासः पालनं तथा एवं पञ्चविधा श्रद्धा भवेत् साधकमुक्तिदा भवेत् साधकमुक्तिदा. So after having seen the qualification of the student, then qualification of the teacher, the next section was the nature of the self. So what is our true nature? Satchit Ananda is our true nature. What is not our nature? BMI is not our nature. So what is the advantage of this knowledge? The advantage is mind becomes absolutely peaceful. Because actually death is only for the body. All the limitations are for the body. My true nature is perfection. So then the mind becomes peaceful. I am ever secure, ever peaceful, pure consciousness. So the mind becomes mukta, free from all agitations. This is at the mind level. Now, how does this knowledge help me in living in this world? So I come to know Atma Mamaiva Sarvatma. All beings are none other than my own self alone. There is a vision of oneness. From vision of oneness comes love and all those virtues, values. So I am in harmony with all situations, all things, beings, and situations. So peaceful inside, harmony outside. So therefore, this is the greatest benefit. So one solution to all my problems. physical problem, emotional problem, intellectual problem, spiritual problem, social problem. Just imagine. Nowadays, there is so much of discrimination based on caste and creed and nationality and color of the skin and racial discrimination and this and that nonsense. You have this knowledge. In fact, this knowledge, if it is made compulsory everywhere, what will happen? We will no more be dividing people seeing the color of the skin, the nationality. There will be only love, isn't it? We are all one. In fact, if I want to be happy, I should not disturb others. Simple. Only by giving happiness, I can be happy. Atha prinami sarvan. I will find happiness in giving happiness. So this should be taught. You cannot be peaceful and happy unless you make others peaceful and happy. So therefore, this is one solution to all problems in this world. Okay, so where should we start? Start from firm faith in the existence of God. So what is the logical explanation? How can we say that God exists? What is the logic given here? The logic is, for you, does the world exist? Yes, the world is very much existing. Do you exist? Yes, I also exist. So therefore, if the effect is of the nature of existence, the cause has to be of the nature of existence. You cannot have an existent world coming from a non-existent God. It's illogical. Karyagunaha, karanagunaha, karye navartante. If this is existing, so that also must be existing. So therefore, in this way, have firm faith. Now, when it comes to faith, what all are the kinds of faith we must have? So the next section, Panchadha Shraddha, 5 types of faith. In spirituality, the beginning is always with faith. And who will have faith? Of course, pure-minded person alone will have faith. So what are the 5 types of faith? Number 1, Pramana Buddhi Vedante. Having Pramana Buddhi in Vedanta. In this Vedantic knowledge, having firm faith that this knowledge is true. Upanishads, this is another term for Vedanta. Vedanta and Upanishad, they are synonymous. Upanishads are the valid means of knowledge. Whatever is said there is 100%. This is first faith. Second one, Brahma Sadbhava Nishchaye. Firm faith that Brahman is Sat, exists. There is an ultimate reality called Brahman, it exists. This second faith. The third one, Sadguruhu Brahmanishtatve. My Guru is firmly rooted in Brahman. He knows the reality. This is the third one. Fourth one, Swatmanaha Karma Samarthye. I can definitely attain that. Faith in oneself. And the fifth one, Sadhane Guruna Prokte. The sadhana prescribed by the Guru. Whatever sadhana Guru has given me, that is the best sadhana. So how many? 5. So all these are fine. Faith in the scriptures, faith in Guru, faith in the sadhana, faith in the abidance of Guru. But now there is this one term, faith in oneself. That I can reach it. Does it not become arrogance? Because arrogance also is same thing. Self-confidence. I can do it. So here, this is very different from that kind of self-confidence. Any self-confidence, all things in the world, everything is arrogance only. So what is the difference of this confidence and that confidence? There is a confidence here. I can do it. So here we have to understand this confidence is coming from trust in the goodness of God, trust in the love of God. My God loves me. He is concerned about me. He will give the best to me, so therefore, He will inspire me from within to attain that. This is that confidence. So actually, the confidence is not in myself. I am a useless fellow, but He will take me through. So, left to myself, I am a useless fellow. I am nothing, I know nothing, I have nothing, I can do nothing. I am a nobody. Because ego is illusory, and illusory ego cannot have real strength. How can my shadow have strength? It doesn't even exist. So to say that I will achieve, it is nothing but arrogance of the ego. Here, Swatmana Karma Samarthye, faith in one's own ability is not coming from arrogance, it is coming from the goodness of God. By the grace of God, He will take me through. He will inspire me to work hard. I will have to work hard, but that working hard also needs inspiration. That will come from Him. And this I will be through. So, where is the faith? It is actually faith in God. A very subtle difference. Exactly like, now see, that iron is running towards the magnet. What will the onlooker say? The iron piece is putting for so much of effort. It is running, hard work, self-effort. And then, because of the effort of the iron, it has merged with the magnet. This is what the onlooker will say. Because he is not seeing the pull of the magnet. He is only seeing the moving iron piece. So he will give all the credit to the iron piece. But the iron piece knows what? I am not doing anything. I am being pulled. Are you able to see the difference? I am not doing anything. I am just sucked in. In the same way, a true devotee knows, even when he is doing sincere sadhana, all those things, he knows I am not the doer. There is somebody who is within. He will give me sleepless nights if I don't do anything. I cannot have peace of mind without doing sadhana. He is the one who is inspiring me to do all these sadhana. And therefore, if at all I reach, all credit goes to God. If I don't reach, it is my problem because I have created an impure mind because of which connection is not established. And therefore, I am not feeling the pull. So, if I am not feeling the pull, who is responsible? My own arrogant attitude, impure attitude is responsible. But if I am feeling the pull, who is responsible? He is responsible. You see, if I am not doing sadhana, I am responsible. If I am doing sadhana, he is responsible. Got it? Grace is all the time there. The magnet's pull is always there. But whether I will feel the pull or not, the purity will decide. That is why purity has to be done, has to be cultivated. That is the one qualification of the student. So therefore, this has to be clearly understood. Swatmanaha karma samarthya, faith in oneself. Faith in oneself is actually coming from faith in God. All right. Now comes the next topic. What is the next topic? Now I have to attain that supreme reality. So I must know the relation between the means and the goal. So Sādhana Sādhya Vivekaḥ, the enquiry of means and goal. Page number 60. Sadhyate sadhanenaiva Sadhyam kimapi kenachit Apraptasya hi praptyartham ज्ञानं कर्म च साधनम् साध्यते साधनेनैव साध्यं किमपि केनचित् अप्राप्तस्य हि प्राप्त्यर्थम् ज्ञानं कर्म च साधनम्. Yes. साध्यते साधना साधनेन एव साध्यं किमपि केनचित्. In this world, whatever sadhyam is there, you will have to do the right sadhana and then you get the sadhyam. Sadhyam means what? The goal. What you want to achieve. The goal to be attained. That is sadhyam. For anything, there is a sadhana. Once you are doing the right sadhana, you can attain the sadhya. This is true in every field. There is something to be done, and then you get what you want. Now, with respect to that thing to be attained, there are two options. What are the two options? The first one, apraptasya hi praptyartham. One is apraptaha, the second is praptaha. There is something to be gained. The first question is that something to be gained already there or you have to create it? Is it with you or is it not with you? So the first option is aprapta. So this is actually from Bhagavan Shankaracharya's Bhashya, where Bhagavan says, apraptaschet praptavyam, praptaschet jnatavyam. That is what is being explained here. If you have not got a thing, then you have to get it. But if it is already there, then you just have to know it. So if there is something which is not with you, not already there, then apraptasya hi praptyartham, to get the aprapta vastu, what are the two means? Jnanam karma cha sadhana. You have to know it and then you have to do it. Anything which is not already attained, there are two things necessary. You have to know it and then you have to do it. For example, I am sick, I am not healthy. So what I have to do? I should know what medicine to take and then I have to take it. Just knowing medicine will not do. You have to eat it. Or for good health, I come to know that pranayama is very good. So just by knowing the techniques of pranayama will not do. You have to know it and then do it. Then what you don't have, you will get. You don't have a good health, you will get good health. Suppose you have to reach somewhere. So what are the two things? To know the route and then you have to travel the route. Jnana and karma. Then you attain. What is not attained, then you attain. What is the other thing? The other thing is something which you have already attained. What should you do for that? Next one. Page number 60. Avidyaya chedapraptam tarhi jnanam hi sadhanam pramanato vicharena jnanam sanjayate sputam avidyaya chedapraptam tarhi jnanam hi sadhanam pramanato vicharena jnanam sanjayate sputam. Suppose there is something which is already with you, but you don't know it. Avidyaya, because you don't know. Avidyaya chet apraptam. And therefore you think that you don't have it. Actually, it is there with you. So this is the case with the self. The self is already there. But because I don't know, I am not able to access it. I don't get it. So do you have to create the self? No, it is already there. You have to just know it. So avidya cheda praptam tarahi. Then what is the solution? Jnanam is sadhanam. So then knowledge is a solution. Because of ignorance, you are not getting it. So then know it. So what are the examples given? So many examples are given. Like Bhagavan Shankaracharya gives the example of this, necklace. So this necklace sometimes goes back. So the whole thing is back and that pendant is here. So these some more things that, I have lost somewhere. Actually, it is here only. Kanthabharanam yatha. So she is searching or searching. Actually, it is here. Then suddenly say, oh my God, I got it. It was already there. You did not lose it to get it. But she did not know it. The moment she knows, she gets. This is one example. In our second standard, I remember, there was one person called Uchu. Uchu, he was searching for his specs. Actually, it was already there. I will remember even now. Uchu story. Uchu was searching for his specs. Actually, it was there. And he was searching. So, like this, there are so many examples here. What I am searching for is already there. Because of ignorance, I don't get it. So then what is the solution? Do you have to do anything? You have to just know it. So, pramanatah vicharena jnanam sanjayate sfutam. What you have to do? You have to know it through the right, valid means of knowledge. That's called as pramanam. And then you have to enquire it, then you get it. You know it. So here solution is knowledge. Now you have to be very careful here. Now this was one doubt which I had. If just knowing can solve the problem, you read it once, I am Brahman, finished, over. Just like Kuchu, you get it. But then why is it that even after knowing, I am not able to know? Huh? Even after knowing, I don't know. So that means there are different levels of knowing. There are different levels of knowing. What are the different levels of knowing? See the next one. Shravanam manam dhyanam Vedantasyaiva sadhanam Prochyate swatmalabhartham Mukhyatastu guroh kripa Shravanam mananam dhyanam Vedantasyaiva sadhanam Prochyate swatmalabhartham Mukhyatastu. So, when we say jnanam, it is not just information. Many times, see, all those examples, it is just information. So, this is the confusion. When Kantavaran we said that information is enough, matter is over. But when it comes to this Atma Jnanam, will information alone do? No. So, therefore, we have to understand this. Knowledge, Jnanam, is at three different levels. The first level is knowledge at the level of information. You just collect information, read books, and you are informed. The second is knowledge at the level of conviction. What is conviction? Doubtless knowledge is called conviction. So when you reflect upon it, slowly the doubts are cleared. Doubtless knowledge is called conviction. So knowledge at the level of information. Higher one is knowledge at the level of conviction. Can you say that that is knowledge, highest knowledge? No. Even higher is knowledge at the level of experience. Experiential knowledge alone is true knowledge, not just information. Question is, are you experiencing it? Then alone we can say you are knowledgeable. So therefore, for these three levels, three different sadhanas are prescribed. What are the sadhanas? Shravanam, you first listen to the scriptures. So then what do you get? You get information. Then you reflect upon it. Mananam, reflect upon it. Then all the doubts are cleared. Doubt-free knowledge. Now you are convinced. After that, what? Nididhyasanam. Here the term used is dhyana. Dhyana janita jnana. Then alone experience comes. So in dhyana, what do? You have to give the mind the experience of consciousness. How do you give the mind the experience of consciousness? By shifting the attention of the mind to consciousness. This is the only way. So at the seat of meditation, sitting with closed eyes, thoughts are there. So where is consciousness? The observer of the thought is that consciousness. I am conscious of the thought. So now, with that mind, instead of paying attention to the thoughts, start paying attention to the awareness because of which you are aware of thoughts. This is called as dhyanam or nididhyasana. So when mind's attention is upon consciousness, what will it experience? Consciousness. But for that, what is a necessary condition? You must have vairagya. Otherwise, what will happen? The mind will get stuck in the thoughts only. Nice thoughts, sweet thoughts, thoughts of likes and dislikes. Then you will be thinking of all those people whom you like, whom you dislike. The mind gets stuck in what is seen. The mind forgets the seer. So in dhyanam, mind is again and again exposed to consciousness, making it experience consciousness. When I say mind here mind means attention. Shift your attention to consciousness. Be there. And with the repeated practice, what happens is slowly, you come to know that you are actually consciousness. What is the mistake we have done now? Our attention is so much upon the body. Remember, whenever you go into the world, you are going through the body, and therefore, without identifying with the body, you cannot go into the world. So every time you are getting attached to anything in the world, silently you are getting attached to body also. So this has been going on from infinite past in infinite births. And now the condition of the mind is firmly established in this wrong notion. What is the wrong notion? I am the body. That is the jnanam now. And that jnanam has become effortless. What jnanam? I am the body jnana. So now this wrong notion has to be removed. How will you remove? Now see, a habit has been formed. What is a habit? I am the body habit. That is a thought. It's a thought habit. Habit in the mind. I am the body. Firmly established. So though logically I understand that I am not the body, I am the observer, but behavioral wise, mind is still behaving as I am the body. It is because of habit. So how will you break any habit? By creating a counter habit. Any habit can be broken only by creating a counter habit. So I am not the body, I am consciousness. This should go again and again. It is not repetition, it is experiential repetition. Any number of times you say, Am Brahmasmi will not do. Make the mind experience that I am consciousness. And the more and more you make the mind experience it, that samskara starts gathering momentum. I am body samskara start becoming weak. And a time comes when, with repeated practice, what happens? I am consciousness becomes effortless. I am body notion. So then we can say this person is Brahma Nishtha. Nishtha means firm abidance, very clear. When I am consciousness thought, it's called as Brahmakara, becomes firm. It's a vritti, it's a thought in the mind, and that thought has become firm with repeated experience. Then after that, what happened? This person knows I am consciousness. The wrong habit has been removed by the right understanding. That is called as jnana. After that, do you need any effort? No effort is needed. Because that consciousness is your nature. Anything that which is your nature, you don't need any effort. That is why there is no karma, there is only jnana. Otherwise, actually, in the beginning, there is effort. You can't say that jnana alone is enough, karma is not needed. Arre, Sravana, Manana, and Dhyasana is karma only, no? In the beginning, you get confused. What is not attained, to attain that you need jnana and karma. What is already there, no karma is needed, only jnana is needed. I know it, but nothing happens. Karma is needed. Once you attain, there is no karma needed. Yes. You don't have to maintain it through karma, but to attain it, you need karma. Exactly like silence. Do you need to do anything to attain silence? No, because silence is already there. But then why is it that I am not experiencing silence? Because I am noisy. And that making noise has become a habit. So therefore, when somebody tells me, keep quiet, I find it difficult because noise is my nature now. Chattering of the mind is nature. So a person who is always talkative, for him remaining silent is difficult. Not because silence is effortful. This person has become so talkative that talking becomes effortless for him now. But when he is asked to remain silent, he struggles. There is karma. But once remaining silence becomes his nature, then there is no effort. So actually, abidance in consciousness is there is no action needed because consciousness is our nature. That's why that state is called actionless state of actionlessness. Naishkarmya siddhi. But for a person who is habituated with action, there appears to be some action, effort put forth to attain that stage. The whole thing is habit breaking. Know it, break the old habit, create the new habit, and then there is no need to do anything. This is true in the world also, Actually, our knowledge is not our knowledge, our habits. According to our habits only we behave, not according to our knowledge, if you observe this. Your knowledge may be something, but if your habit is something else, your behavior will be based on your habits. So there was this person, taxi driver, he was driving this taxi. And suddenly from behind, the traveler, he just tapped his back. And when the traveler tapped his back, he screamed loudly, almost lost the control. He started screaming and then howling and then somehow controlled the taxi and then, stopped it by the side of the road. And he was sweating also. So this person, the passenger, he said, "Sir, I'm really sorry." He only just tapped, that's all he did. "I'm really sorry." This driver said, "No, no, it's not your fault. For the last 25 years, I have been driving ambulance carrying dead body. This is the first day I'm carrying a passenger." Ambulance. This is called a nididhyasana, you see. He is the one who has changed the profession. Knowledge is there. But the habit was always is fine. So for example, suppose you're tying a watch. Suppose every day you're tying it on left hand. One day you tie it on right hand. Automatically with this hand only will go, correct? Habit. Everywhere. Our behavior will be based on our habit, not based on knowledge. So we have to break these habits. Shravanam mananam. Mananam will give you knowledge, that's fine. But habit has to be created. What is a habit? I am consciousness. How to create it? Meditation is the way. What is meditation? Shifting your attention to consciousness. In the beginning, now and then you do. Slowly, make it more and more often, more and more often, more and more. Slowly make it throughout the day. This is how you grow. And finally, day in and day out, when you do it, that samskara seeps into the mind. I am consciousness. After that, there is no problem. Then whatever happens to the body, it doesn't affect you. So that is where sadhana comes into picture. What is the glory of this sadhana? The glory of this sadhana is you get infinite results with finite effort. Nowhere else you get this. In every other field, our effort is finite and the result is also finite. This is the only place where effort is finite and the result is infinite. Why result is infinite? Not because effort is infinite, but because the result itself is infinite. The object is infinite, therefore you get infinite result. Correct? Beautiful. Prochyate swatmalabhartham mukhyatastu guru kripa. Now, only a person who has guru kripa, so here it is a main factor which will help you succeed in this path, is guru kripa. Again, it's a very confusing term. Guru kripa. Some guru has to bless me, otherwise I'm finished. Please understand, Guru Kripa and Ishwara Kripa both are one and the same. Why both are one and the same? Who is a Guru? The one who has effaced his ego. So if ego has been effaced in a Guru, what is left there? Ishwara. So therefore, Ishwara Kripa and Guru Kripa, they are not two things. First of all, have this clear understanding. Now, what is Ishwara Kripa? Remember the example, pull out the magnet. Is it always there or not? It is always there. So therefore, you can't say, because Guru Kripa is not there, Ishwara Kripa is not there, I am like this. It is always there. So then, if Guru Kripa or Ishwar Kripa has to be there, what is needed? When does that iron feel the pull? When it is free from rust. The same way. When do I feel the Ishwar Kripa or Guru Kripa? When the mind is pure. So therefore, what is the qualification? Chitta Shuddhi. Got it? So all these terms are very confusing. Many times people take it literally and say that, oh, my guru is not happy with me, or I please the guru, then everything will be fine, and this and that. Remember, Guru Kripa means purity of mind. Let us be very practical. Honestly, we'll get into all confusions. Guru Kripa or Ishwar Kripa is nothing but purity of mind, because the moment your mind is pure, you start experiencing that Kripa. That Kripa is always there. I'm not experiencing because of my pure mind. So this brings to the next topic. Sadhana. Sādhana Vivekaḥ. Enquiry into spiritual practices. Page number 69. Sadhanamantarangam kim bahirangam kimuchyate chitta shuddhi samadhana karakam sadhanam bahihi sadhanamantarangam kim bahirangam kimuchyate chitta shuddhi samadhana karakam sadhanam bahihi. Next one also. Yajñodānam tapaschādi sagunopāsanam japah sadhanam bahirangam tat tathyate shastra sajjanaihi yajñodānam tapaschādi sagunopāsanam japah sadhanam bahirangam tat kathyate shastra sajjanaihi. Yes. Now with respect to sadhana, the spiritual practices, there are two types. Sadhanam antarangam kim, bahirangam kim uchyate. So with respect to sadhana, there are two types. One is called antaranga sadhana, the other is called bahiranga sadhana. Inner spiritual practice, outer spiritual practice. Antaranga means inner, bahiranga means outer. Inner spiritual practice, outer spiritual practice. Naturally, the question comes, what are they? Sadhanam antarangam kim, antaranga sadhanam kim. What is this antaranga sadhana, inner practice? Bahirangam kim uchyate. What is this bahiranga sadhana? Okay. So then, chitta shuddhi samadhana karakam sadhanam bahi. So what is bahiranga sadhana? Any sadhana which is done for chitta shuddhi and samadhana. Chitta shuddhi means purity of mind. Samadhana means concentration of mind. Chitta shuddhi and chitta ekagrita. Concentration of mind and purity of mind. Any sadhana which you are doing for concentration and purity, so that sadhana is called bahiranga sadhana. What all comes under that? Yajñodānam tapaschādi saguna upasanam japah sadhanam bahirangam tat kathyate shastra sajjanaihi. Those who are experts in shastra, such Mahatmas, they say, What do they say? Yajna, Danam, Tapas, Saguna Upasana, Japa. All these things will come under Bahiranga Sadhana. So it is not directly connected to self-knowledge, but it is indirectly associated with self-knowledge. They are all helpful. Any sadhana which you do for purity of mind, for concentration of mind, all those sadhanas are called Bahiranga. For example, Yajna. Yajna means what? Yajna means, traditional meaning is ritual, Homa, Havana, etc. But Gurudev's meaning is selfless service, offering one's own finite individuality for the welfare of the totality. Any such action, yajna karma, any such yajna karma purifies the mind. I give importance to the totality, surrender myself, serve the totality by sacrificing the individuality. That will purify the mind. Yajna. Then what? Dhanam, charity. Whatever I have, I share it with others, give it to others. Dhanam. Tapaha, austerity. Any effort in controlling my mind, controlling the senses, disciplining myself. All that tapas. Even jnana tapas is also a tapas. Training to think right. Many times we don't consider that as tapas, Physical torture, we understand it's a tapas. Training to think right, we think it is not a tapas. Because there is no effort seen. There is a lot of effort. That's why while class people feel sleepy. Tapas is there. Spiritual class. So therefore, tapas, any effort in disciplining oneself. Tapas. And then Saguna Upasana, worshipping our Ishta Devata. It's not Nirguna, it is Saguna. So in that Ishta Devata, there is a beautiful form and all that. You meditate upon the form, you do all those kinds of Upasana. Upasana is always mental. In the mind, you imagine that form. You are meditating upon that form. Your form of that Ishta Devata. And then Japa, name of that Lord. So all that will come under Bahiranga Sadhana. Okay, then what is Antaranga Sadhana? Next one. Page 75. Enatmadarshanam bhuyat antarangam taduchyate Shravanam mananam dhyanam Sakshatkarasya sadhanam Yenatmadarshanam bhuyat antarangam taduchyate Shravanam mananam dhyanam Sakshatkarasya sadhanam. Yes. Yena Atmadarshanam bhuyat. Any sadhana which is directed towards experiencing the self, that is called as Antaranga sadhana. So what are they? Shravanam, Mananam, Dhyanam. It's very simple. Preparation of the mind is called Bahiranga sadhana. Applying the mind is called Antaranga sadhana. That's always there are two things. For example, preparing the acts, that is called as Bahiranga sadhana. Applying the axe to cut the tree, that is called as Antaranga sadhana. Two types of sadhana. Preparation of the mind, application of the mind. You prepare the mind to apply the mind. What is that application of the mind? Shifting the attention of the mind to consciousness. That is application. Suppose you don't prepare the mind, then can you apply the mind? No. So people who directly try to do consciousness meditation, they fail. It's just not possible. And this is a mistake many people do. Consciousness is very, very subtle. Shifting the attention of the mind and trying to grasp the subtle is not possible unless the mind has become subtle. How do you make the mind subtle? By purifying the mind. So all those purification process is called Bahiranga Sadhana. So at the seat of meditation, if you go to sleep, what is lacking? Bahiranga Sadhana is lacking. If at the seat of meditation, mind is wandering, vikshepa, what is lacking? Bahiranga Sadhana is lacking. Sagunopasana, it will develop bhakti for Lord. That is absolutely essential. Japa will only give chitta shuddhi, chitta ekagrata also. So such a mind which is pure and concentrated can easily withdraw the mind from the world, can easily fix that mind upon consciousness. That is what has to be done. Once the mind is prepared, after that when we do Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, it becomes very easy. Are able to listen properly. Even to listen, you need some purity, purity and concentration. Otherwise, the mind is going somewhere and all that. Shravanam. Mananam, to reflect upon a thing, focused reflection. You need concentration. Otherwise, you start from somewhere and somewhere it goes away. You're reflecting upon something else. Nididhyasanam, of course, yes. Actually, among Shravanam, Mananam also, Nididhyasanam is the real Antaranga sadhana. Innermost sadhana it is. Even this inner sadhana also, there are so many layers. So the innermost is shifting the attention to consciousness. That is the real sadhana. There may be so many ways to purify the mind, but there is only one way to apply the mind. There can be so many ways for Bahiranga sadhana, but for Antaranga sadhana, you don't have choice. Just like a temple is there. There may be so many ways to come to that temple. Maybe temple is on the top of a mountain, let us say. There are so many ways of coming to the mountain. Coming to the temple. But once you are in the temple, to see the Lord, you have no choice. You have to look towards the sanctum sanctorum. In the same way, purification, lot of ways are there. You can do japa, you can do puja, you can do chanting, you can do bhajan, you can do seva. So many ways are there. Purification. Once the mind is purified, to attain that self-knowledge, do we have a choice? Shift your attention to the self. There is no choice. No choice. So that is Sādhana Vivekaḥ, enquiry into spiritual practices. So we should be very clear, when all this study happens, there is so much of clarity. What am I doing? Otherwise, in the name of sadhana, people are doing so many things. They have no clarity with respect to the goal and no clarity with respect to the means. So all these things give a lot of clarity. So at the seat of meditation, when the mind is not cooperating, you know where you are going wrong, what is lacking, and accordingly you can. Now, Maya. How the Maya becomes an obstacle in our spiritual progress. Okay, so page number 78, Maya Santaranam, that is the next topic, crossing over Maya. Page number 78. Daivi Hesha Gunatmika प्रभुमाया दुरत्यया अहं ममेतिरूपा सा मिथ्या भोगप्रलोभिका दैवी हेषा गुणात्मिका प्रभुमाया दुरत्यया अहं ममेतिरूपा सा मिथ्या भोगप्रलोभिका. Yes. So this is a very similar verse to Bhagavad Gita. What is that? Daivi hesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya. Yeah. So this Maya of Bhagavan, Prabhu Maya, Devi, it is divine. Divine means what? It is the Leela of the Lord, creation of the Lord. And what is his nature? Gunatmika. Trigunatmika it is, of the nature of three gunas. What are the three gunas? Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. So this Maya of Bhagavan, this Maya is Duratyaya, impossible to cross over. Devi Hesha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratyaya. There Bhagavan says Mama Maya. It is Prabhu Maya. Both are one. Impossible to cross over. Okay, what is the proof that I am deluded by Maya? Many times we are not even aware that we are deluded. You see, the person who is deluded thinks that I am free from Maya. So what is the proof that you are deluded? There you are, next line. Aham mameti rupasa. So a person who is deluded by Maya will have this problem. What is the problem? Aham and mama. I and mine. So wherever this I and mine is there, understand that person is deluded. Aham means what? In modern context, ego. Strong ego. Mama, intense attachment to everything that belongs to me. Mama. Intense unhealthy attachment. I and mine. Aham, mama. So this is the proof that a person is deluded by Maya. And then such a person, mithya bhoga pralobhika. This Maya tempts us. Pralobhanam means temptation. We are tempted towards mithya bhoga, all the sense objects of the world, which are actually mithya, illusory. We are tempted to indulge in those objects. There's an intense craving. In short, this person thinks that happiness is outside. So Maya has got so many definitions. One definition is Yama Samaya. That which is not there is Maya. One definition. Another definition is Avarana Vikshepatmika Maya. What does Maya do? It Avaranam and Vikshepa. It covers the reality, Avaranam, and then it projects the unreal, Vikshepa. So what do you see? You see the unreal and think that the unreal is the real. What about the real? It has covered, so you are not able to see. The real you don't see, the unreal you see, and believe that the unreal is real. This is what Maya does. Then Trigunatmika Maya, another definition. It is of nature of three gunas. Then Brahmashraya Maya. This Maya by itself has no existence. It depends on Brahman, Supreme God. How do we know we are deluded by Maya? Greater this ahankara, mamakara, understand delusion is intense. The more and more we try to indulge in the outer world for happiness, understand we are totally. In fact, they go together. Highly egoistic person, to the extent the ego is there, to that extent the person will live outside. Because you see, when that ego is ruling our heart, when such a person sits in meditation, what does he see inside? Misery, imperfection, because ego is ruling there. Ego means limitation, ego means imperfection. So therefore, when he sits and looks within, what does he find? God or ego? Ego. And ego is nothing but dukkha swarup. So therefore, he just cannot sit quietly looking. It's impossible that an egoistic person can meditate. So who will want to be with dukkha swarupa? Anatma, ego. So therefore, suddenly he comes out. Meditation and ego cannot go together. Egolessness, yes. So for such an egoless person, when he looks within, what does he find? God. What is God? Ananda Swarupa. He enjoys meditation. So egoistic person, he can't sit within, look within. So he goes out. And outside, what does he find? Sense pleasures. And he mistakes sense pleasure to be the real happiness. That is why it is said, Mithya Bhoga Pralobhika. Then what does he do? He's chasing. Throughout his life, he's chasing for this happiness in the outer world. He's seeking happiness where it is not. You see, Avarana Vikshepa. Happiness is actually inside, Maya covers it. Happiness is not there outside, Maya projects it. So he's chasing happiness which is outside, which is actually not there. Chase over chase. And finally, be sad. But you don't get it. It's Maya Marichika, they say, no? Marriage waters. How much ever you chase it, you don't get it because it's not there. It's all the effects of Maya. Overcome it. See the next verse. Page number 85. Tartumimam ye gachanti Hyasyam te kila majjanti Katham tarennaro mayam Tatropayo guru proktah Tatvimam ye gachanti Hyasyam te kila majjanti Katham tarennaro mayam Tatropayo guru proktah. Yes. How to cross over this Maya? The interesting thing about this Maya is Tartum ye gachanti. Anyone who tries to cross over this Maya, asyam te kila majjanti. They just drown in it. You try to cross over, you drown. It's like ocean. Or rather than quicksand. The more you try to come out, the more you just go down. So therefore, what does it mean? Mama Maya Duratya. Just not possible. Bhagavan himself has said it. Nobody can overcome. And we are doing that. We are trying to do that. Anger management, desire management, mind management. Without God, they want to manage all this. Impossible. So many techniques. Advanced techniques. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsarya. Nobody can cross over. Nobody can win over it. Very, 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 very wise people know it. Because the ego is trying to win over this. Ego, which is an illusion, has no real strength. So therefore, ego can never win over any of these vices. All these management gurus are bluffing. Especially they don't use this term God. Without God knowledge. Just observe and all those things they say. Live in the present, live in the here and now and all that. Somewhere or the other, if you don't bring God into picture, you just cannot win out it. You may use so many terms, that's fine. Without bringing consciousness into picture, which is God, nobody can win. Tumivami gachanti, yasyam te kilam ajjanti. You will only drown. So then how to cross over? Katham taren naraha mayam. How to win over? Tatropayo guru proktaha. That upaya, that means Guru says. What does he say? So the technique of overcoming Maya, next verse, page 87. Prabhu kripaya jnanena sharanam gatva sarvesham swayam tirtva tarayati Janan sarvan hi sajjanah Prabhu kripaya jnanena sharanam gatva sarvesham swayam tirtva tarayati Janan sarvan hi sajjanah. So what is the way? Bhagavad Gita says, Mameva ye prapadyante Maya metam. Those who surrender to me alone. Mam eva. Prapadyante. Those who surrender to me, Maya metam taranti. So the Lord of Maya, you should go down to Bhagavan and let nobody. Yesterday I told that. Shunyosmi. Same thing. Sharanam gatva sarvesham. Complete Sharanagati. Bhagwan, I have no strength at all. Only by your grace it is possible. Completely efface the ego. Give up this notion that you can win over all this. No way. The greatest self-effort is Sharanagati. The greatest self-effort is not effort. Very interesting thing. The greatest self-effort is Sharanagati, surrender. More and more we surrender, more and more God gives us the strength, gives us the inspiration, gives us the purity. Yesham satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam tadami buddhiyogam tam yena mamapayamtati. That's what is it here. Prabhu kripaya jnanena. Those people who worship me, surrender unto me, I give them knowledge by which they reach me. Teshamevanukampartham aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayami atmabhavastha jnanadipena asvata. I light the lamp of knowledge out of compassion for them. I light the lamp of knowledge in their heart and destroy all darkness of ignorance. And thus they come to me. Surrender is the only way. No other way. We must master this art of surrendering. Many times people think surrender means doing nothing. God, you only do. That is not surrender. Surrender means, Bhagavan, whatever pleases you, I will do that. That is called a surrender. Many times people misunderstand surrender to be passive inactivity. Bhagavan, what you like, I will do. If you don't like something, I will not do that, though I may like it. If you like something, but I don't like it, I will do it for you. That is surrender. Obedient children of the Lord. Love and affection should flow towards us. When will this love and affection flow? When we become obedient. So whatever little I know, practice it. Practicing means what? Doing what I am convinced to be right. That is called surrender. So in this way, when you see, we find that there are so many things which we are doing, which we know God doesn't like. That is where we are, not progressing in spirituality. Anytime you see, oh, so many years I am here, but still nothing is happening. Satsang is one thing. Living it, practicing it consciously. There is struggle there. Yeah, that struggle is necessary. Struggle is necessary. That is Sharma. Unless we struggle and fail, true Sharanagati doesn't come. Ego must know that I am incapable. How will it know I am incapable? He should try and fail. That is jnana. Then comes true surrender and humility. Because I know that I am incapable. Otherwise, just mere lip service won't do. Experientially, I must know that I am incapable. For that, first I must put forth effort. So this kama, krodha, lobha, moha, you are struggling your level best to come out of it, but you are not. Then comes from the depth of the heart, Bhagavan, save me. I am not able to. That is true surrender. Then the grace descends. Because surrender is complete, heartfelt. So this way, complete surrender to Bhagavan, that by His grace everything starts happening. His grace, you are able to overcome all this. Ahankara, mamakara, bhoga vasana. Is able to cross over Maya. And such a person, Swayam Tirtva Tarayati Janan Sarvan Hi Sajjana. And not only that he crosses over, he helps others cross over. Now, though this world is called Maya and all that, in this world also there are two types. There is something called Vidya Maya and Avidya Maya. That is our Ramakrishna Paramsa. Two terms. So Rajas and Tamas, that is called as Avidya Maya. Sattva is called as Vidya Maya. It helps cross over. Satsang is Vidya Maya. Though it is also part of the world, it helps us cross the world. Satsang, sadhana, etc. They are called Vidya Maya. Sattva helps to cross over Maya. Rajas and Tamas tie us down to this Maya. So again, everything boils down to purity and impurity of mind. Sattva means purity of mind. Rajas Tamas means impurity. So we stuck in Maya. Impure mind gets stuck in Maya. Pure mind crosses over Maya. Finally, everything comes down to one thing. Purity of mind. Impure mind, what is definition of pure mind? Aham mama. Bhoga vasana. Impure mind. Now, Next topic is Jagatah Prayojana. What is the purpose of this world? Purpose of this world. That we will see tomorrow. तू है अनाथ बंधु करुणा सिंधु
अनाथ बंधु करुणा सिंधु
ओम गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव
ओम गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव
दुख और दर्द दूर करो
दुख और दर्द दूर करो
सुख का कारण दुख का निवारण
सुख का कारण निवारण
मैं क्या जानूं तेरी महिमा
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 माया में आवे सब ही अंधेरा
माया में आवे सब ही अंधेरा
तू है अनाथ बंधु करुणा सिंधु
तू है अनाथ बंधु करुणा सिंधु
ओम गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव
ओम गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव
जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसराओ
जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसराओ
बंधन कोटि सूत्रास निवारो
बंधन कोटि सूत्रास निवारो
मैं क्या जानूं तेरी लीला
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 माया में आवे सब ही अंधेरा
माया में आए सब ही अंधेरा
तू है अनाथ बंधु करुणा सिंधु
तू अनाथ बंधु करुणा सिंधु
गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव
ओम गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव
ओम गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव
ओम गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव
ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मां कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मां सद्गमय तमसो मां ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ